I think it's fair to say that Marvel's Eternals did not resonate with everybody. I know I've seen plenty of people say I'm just hating this film, but as somebody that didn't necessarily love it, that falls into the category of people that don't have to love everything the MCU puts out, this being one of them, that you can objectively look at this and say, yeah, this film wasn't for everybody. Quite clearly, that's reflective in the scores and the Rotten Tomatoes score. Finally, the director of the film, Chloe Zhao, talks a little bit about the response from fans and critics. So again, just to go over this, if you like it, I'm not telling you your opinion is wrong. I'm not telling you that somehow you liking the film is invalid. I'm not telling you that the film is god-awful. I'm just saying I don't like it as much as other MCU films. Quite clearly, many people felt that way. Again, when it comes to people talking about 2021 and the MCU, this film was the one, actually it's the project in the MCU, that tracked the lowest among fan interaction before, specifically on release, and after. So you can still like the film. Again, I can't believe I have to take like 2 minutes of this video to explain that you can like whatever you want, and I don't have to like it as much, and we can still have a civil conversation about this film. Okay, now that that's out of the way, hopefully the adults are still here, and if you're not, you can let me know in the comments, and I don't care. As you scream into the void, I won't reply to you. I'll only reply to the people that are out there that want to be part of an intelligent conversation. Let's put it that way. So yes, Chloe Zhao finally talked a little bit, or at least goes out there and says something in regards to the rotten response and the low critic reviews, and of course, the fans. And this was due to Rotten Tomatoes talking about the Eternals and how it has a 47 when it comes to the critics and a 78 when it comes to the fans, and it obviously being the lowest rated MCU product. And her response was, well, why don't you join the debate? I'm going to be having an audio commentary out with the film on Disney Plus, so you can judge it for yourself. Is it rotten or is it not? You be the judge. Now again, we've heard previously, this film isn't necessarily for everybody. They use the DCEU, this is for the fans thing, which again, fine. There's certainly fans of Eternals out there. Apparently the CBC has one of them out of 6 on our podcast, so you can talk to Mitch about that one. But again, I understand what she's saying. It doesn't have to be for everybody. Again, I tell everybody, my favorite MCU film is Captain America: The First Avenger. It's certainly not the best. I know it's not, but that's my favorite. Again, I know some people place that in their bottom 5. Eternals is way higher than it. It doesn't make anybody wrong, but I think there's definitely a discussion to be had here in regards to what exactly does Eternals do right and wrong. And I like that Chloe Zhao was like, does this film deserve to be ranked at the bottom when Rotten Tomatoes asked? And she says, well, does it? Why don't you be the judge of it? Again, it's not telling you, oh, you're too stupid to understand my film. She's saying, why don't you watch it and make up your mind? Maybe watch it again. Again, I liked it more the second time. Still not my favorite, but I saw more of what was coming and kind of how they laid it out. And I was like, oh, I can see those. But again, we discussed this in a giant spoiler cast in regards to that film. So you guys can go look that up, and there's plenty to talk about in there. But overall, I think the discussion for this film will definitely be something that always brings it back around to, well, film was bad because critics. So I guess you got to make up your own mind, and do you side with the critics or not?